Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode in the Mental Wellbeing series. As you know that I am bringing to you the wisdom from all the experts in the various industries related to the topic. The much needed one was a psychologist. Thus today I have Dr. Aarti Anand with me, who is a clinical psychologist having experience of 25 years, and she practices in Ganaga Ram Hospital, Rajendra Nagar, Delhi. Dr. Aarti completed her MPhil Psychology from Delhi University in 1996 and PhD in Clinical Psychology from Delhi University in 2000. She is a subject expert for various news channels like Zee, India TV, ABP News, Doordarshan, etc. and print media like Dainik Jagran, India Today, Hindustan Times, Deccan Herald, etc. She has treated over 100 patients in the mental health domain and who need psychological intervention. She's an expert in understanding issues to the core and dealing with wide array of mental health issues and psychiatric illness. She empowers her client not only to solve the current present situation, but also how to deal with the negative impacts which the past life circumstances have made on their lives. I'm sure that this interview is gonna bring a lot of insights and practical ways in how you can take care of your mental well-being. With that, let's right away head into the interview with Dr. Aarti Anand. Hello, Dr. Aarti. Welcome to the Priya Saini show. And so it is a pleasure to have you on my channel. And we've been discussing about mental health a lot on my channel. And I think this is the 5th episode of the series in the mental well-being. And it was much required to have a psychologist on my channel for the same. And I guess this is the need of the hour. So Dr. Aarti, tell us something about your journey. Why did you choose this profession? Because you're dealing with a lot of patients who are having maybe mental disorders or they're mentally disturbed. So how do you handle those patients and why did you choose this career?
Thank you, Priya, for calling me to this show. And I'm really delighted and excited to be part of this platform. I always wanted to help people. This was there, but I never knew how to help them. After doing 12th, I decided I'll do English honors, and I didn't get English honors in a good college. So I realized what to do next. In that year, same year, there was a student who had topped psychology honors in while applying for IAS. So I thought, let me do psychology. And I went to get admission in a few colleges, and I got admission in Gargi College. I was told this is one of the new colleges which is offering a very new course. So I took it on. Now the story starts from here. First year onwards, when I was doing clinical psychology, I was introduced to clinical psychology, I decided that I have to go into clinical field and help people and do counseling and psychotherapy. From there, my journey started. And after completing college, I did post-graduation in applied psychology. And from there was no looking back. I did MPhil and PhD, and I started working. And I'm very, very happy being part of this course.
So do you also get affected by the situations and the circumstances and the things which people are facing?
Actually, from the very beginning, I don't know. I have never been affected by them. I have been actually helping them by objectively helping them. But I can say that their negativity in some way affects me. I'm not emotionally involved, or I have never gone back home thinking about them, to be very frank.
But so that's the key.
Their negative vibes affect me. So for a long time, I have been doing meditation every day. I try my best, 30 to 45 minutes of meditation, either in the morning or at night. I must do it.
Lovely, lovely.
So,
That also reflects on your face, Aarti, because I've seen your pictures and you look lovely and so innocent. And I'm telling you that personally, and that's why I was thinking that you must be getting affected by people with you saying that meditation is the key, and definitely not getting emotionally involved in your patients or clients is the key, right? And how do you, what do you suggest to the people that, how should they handle anxiety, when the situation is out of control? I mean, for example, job bhi chala gaya, boyfriend ne bhi chhod diya, ya girlfriend ne bhi chhod diya, and parents bhi baat nahi kar rahe hain. How to handle such a situation when the circumstances are not under our control?
See, that's a very normal thing when you are, engulfed from all sides and you may feel helpless. Okay, the key I always feel is communicate your problems with somebody first. Secondly, never ever have a negative thought about yourself or blame yourself or think that I could have done that. That leads to, depressed feelings, sad behavior, and self-confidence and self-esteem goes down once you start blaming yourself. Many times, circumstances just happen, negative circumstances just happen, and we don't get an answer. Okay. My view is that accepting the situation as it is, and not going questioning yourself, rather than acting there
just
and
acceptance.
Acceptance and working towards it, how to solve that problem, rather than thinking why it happened, I'm bad, or blaming someone else. That is the key, because once we start blaming, we cannot move forward.
Basically, so we fall in that behavior of being a victim. Yes. So we victimize ourselves, and then we keep saying, oh my God, this is happening, and we don't go towards the solution. So what is your suggestion to how to come out as a fighter in those situations? What do you suggest to your patients, or what do you suggest to the audience right now?
The first thing is be objective. Try to be as objective as possible, because the negative event will always take you or make you emotional. And when you're emotional, your thoughts will be corrupted. They will become negative, and you will not be able to think in a right logical direction. So I always tell my clients, when the first negative thought starts, you start thinking or analyzing or fighting those negative thoughts. Because what happens, first negative thought always leads to the second, third, fourth, fifth.
Absolutely.
And the strain of thought will make you depressed, and you will feel helpless, and you will feel fatigued, because it's a negative thought. It's not going to make you pep up. So I always tell them that stop thinking about the first negative thought, divert your attention to what you have right now, communicate with your friends or somebody who can understand you, so that whatever pent up feelings you have or thoughts, they come out and you can discuss with them. Normally, when you're discussing with your friends or with a therapist, you get instant solution to your problems. You know, sometimes we are thinking in
only one direction,
very constricted way, one direction, in a constricted way. So when you're talking and the other person is responding, automatically solutions pop up, and you may feel, oh, why didn't I think about it? And that will relax you. So very important, don't blame the world, don't blame yourself. You be objectively see what steps I have to take to make myself positive and happy. It could be talking to friend, it could be going out, or if you feel I need to confront that person or confront the situation, you should do that. Don't doubt yourself at that moment.
What do you suggest for the ones who are oversensitive, whether it be men or women, that how should they park their emotions when something bad has happened? Okay.
This is one. We have to find out why are we giving importance to a particular person or emotion? Okay.
Right.
If that person is not very important to us, we should forget it. I mean, it is of no use. You have to, one has to practice this. It will not come automatically. You have to become your own scientist.
Coach.
Coach,
own
your
scientist,
own coach.
Right.
How you become a scientist? By observing your emotions, by observing your thoughts, and finding out if Dr. Aarti is being mean to me. Is she really important in my life? If she is not, I don't give a damn about her. If she is my mother, then I need to, I always say, communicate, and not with emotions. You, in an assertive, non-judgmental way, you talk to somebody so that you don't hurt the other person's emotion, and you can clearly convey your point of view without being angry or without being irritable. So the other person is also more receptive to understanding you.
So I believe that all these come with practice, right? Studying about yourself, understanding yourself, and again, responding to the situation rather than reacting, right? If there is a situation, we are responding, but that all comes with practice. So what, practices would you suggest that we can incorporate this habit in our life of response rather than react? And also incorporate this habit of understanding ourselves.
Other thing is you can journaling. Journaling helps to find out what is in your mind, and you can also find out your faulty thought system, faulty behavior, and faulty emotions, where you could have changed, or how you were interpreting the situation. So second thing is many breathing exercises you can do. Like after an event has happened or you're feeling angry, you can go into a room and just relax and self-positive talk with yourself and do deep breathing. Relax and then think how I have to manage this situation. Most of us, we react. If you abuse me, I will react, and I'll give you not one abuses, I'll give you 2 abuses. But if I start doing deep breathing and tell myself, Aarti, relax, I'll talk to my mom or my husband later on, or leave that room where the person is shouting, and relax. And then after some time, when the event is past or when the situation is pacified, you can talk and communicate your feelings to the other person. Thirdly, is I would want everybody to do a kind of, yoga exercises, and pranayama, there is imagery. Imagery is like visualizing. Go into a very beautiful place. Imagine you are in a beautiful place and relax there for 10-15 minutes. So that will relax your mind and body. That really helps in reducing the anxiety.
Sometimes, we start practicing and hum respond karna shuru karte hain. Sometimes the other person is not behaving like that. Then sometimes a mind triggers that, nahi, वो क्यों नहीं करती या वो क्यों नहीं करते. So what to tell ourselves there so that we keep practicing what we have told ourselves?
Very, very important question you've asked. All my clients ask this question. Okay. I tell all my clients that we cannot change the other person.
Absolutely.
I cannot change you, but I can change my behavior for my own peace. The other person, the other person will in some time change his behavior, seeing my changed behavior, watching my changed behavior. For example, you are shouting at me and I'm not reacting, or I'm being kind to you. You will do it 2-3 times, shout at me, and 5th time you will say, no, I think I'm foolish. Why am I shouting at Aarti?
So you
so
must
the
be dealing
other person
with...
change. Other person
so have you
changes.
experienced this? Have you experienced
Yes.
this with other clients? Okay. So
I
this has been successful.
With other clients, they tell me, ma'am, my father has changed. My husband has changed.
Oh, lovely.
And they
lovely,
tell
lovely.
them कि आपको क्या हो गया? You have...
So sometimes from this only my question arises, okay, sometimes we keep the negative emotions within ourselves. Like if we start practicing, and it happens with a lot of people, that we start practicing, not just to respond, not to react, but somewhere deep down, those emotions start piling up, and we keep thinking about them. So what is the solution for that? That then when we are telling ourselves not to express it, not to respond to the person or react to the person, but we keep it within ourselves. So what is the solution to that?
See, why we keep it within ourselves, it's के पीछे भी thought process जा रहा है. Because we are conditioned. 2-3 things are there. One, we are conditioned that if we are strong, we are not supposed to tell our dukhs or our problems to anybody. Okay? Second, this is a conditioning for females also कि अपना दुख मायके वालों को नहीं बताना चाहिए. ठीक है? For women. And for guys, if you are telling your weaknesses or your problems to somebody, you're not a man enough. Okay, that is also being told to them. Secondly, there's always a fear of being judged, that if I talk, if I tell somebody, how they will react. Okay, that is a very, very real fear, I will say, because I've come across patients who tell me that they have confided about their anxiety issues or depression to their friends, and they started laughing, or even if they don't laugh or they don't make negative remarks, they withdraw their friendship, or they don't connect with them as they used to. That's a real problem. So again, इसमें दो चीजें में I can say that choose people whom you can trust. Secondly, many times you will not know how other person will react. So never be afraid of communicating to a friend whom you thought is your near and dear one, who will understand. And secondly, change your thought process, that by seeking help, you are not weak. In fact, you are a very strong person, that you are taking a step forward to relieve your problems. You are not going to be there forever and ever with those problems. So you have to change. अपने आप को thought process change करो. And I again and again in all my interviews and all my to my clients, I tell them, go and speak, communicate, don't be afraid. What will happen? If what will happen? They will shun you. You will know that she is not your friend. If father doesn't understand, don't worry. You bring him for counseling sessions, maybe he will understand. At least you will not feel that you've not spoken your mind to somebody.
Right. But there are few personalities who just keep things to themselves. So how to, what would you suggest for those people?
Yeah, there are many introvert people. They will not talk. For them, they can release their pent-up feelings. I know of people who release their pent-up feelings by writing songs or poems. I know my patients who write very sad songs when they are sad. Okay, or you can do journaling, as I said. Any kind of you can let out your feelings through art.
So it is
you can do
important
that.
to, basically you're saying that it is very important to, flow, let your feelings out of you and make them
Very
flow
true.
and, not confine them so that they start destroying you in the future, right?
Yes, and this is because of fear, actually. Fear of being judged. Fear. And there will be unnecessarily fear. So I tell my clients, give yourself freedom. Don't feel afraid to voice your emotions, thoughts to anyone.
So from here it comes that you're a specialist in dealing with the past negative events and the belief system which people have developed, dealing with those things. So if, for example, if any person has a belief system developed or have had some experience due to negative events in their life, so how do you deal with those patients? How to remove that fear from their head? Because immediately some circumstances come up which is similar to that negative situation, we relate in our head and then we feel fear. So how do you how to deal with that fear?
Okay, now there are 2-3 things in this. First, when you're automatically, when you face a negative event, there are 2 ways to deal with it. The maladaptive way is that connecting your past negative event and observing only the chaotic event or chaos in your life. And the adaptive part is that connecting with that part where you were able to sort things out. And and the strategies you used during those negative time in the past. So I tell my clients, I take them back to their past and say, what strategies did you employ there? They said, yes, ma'am, humne ye kiya. I said, and were you able to achieve? Were you successful? Yes, ma'am, we were. So, Manika, what is stopping you to try those things? So they said, yes, ma'am, I'm only focusing on the negative part of my life in the past and not dealing with how I overcame.
Right.
You can do that. Second thing is, our problems start by asking ourselves, why me? Why me? Accident happens.
Yes.
Or the person who comes and my boyfriend left me without any reason, or a girlfriend leaves you without any closure. Okay, I'm dealing. So why me answer aata hai? And I tell my clients, you may take 10 years, you will never get the answer to why me. Okay, accidents में why me मिल ही नहीं सकता, मिल सकता है. And अगर मिलता भी है, what अगर नहीं मिलता तो what most people do is they blame themselves. कि मैंने ऐसे किया, or they blame others.
Maybe karma होगा, पुराना कोई कर्मा होगा, मैंने.
I believe that karma होगा, हो सकता है कर्मा होगा. There's nothing wrong with it. अगर वो कर्मा भी है by chance, you can't do, you accept it and find out how I can make my life smooth from this negative event. What things I have to do to make life move ahead. Okay, with full arms, accept your present. When you accept with full arms your present, you will be able to deal with all the problems, all the situations effectively, because your mind will be very clear that where you have to reach in the future.
Right. So from there only my question arises that most of the time we are either in the past or future. So you have any ways by which we can be in the present moment? Because that's the only thing which exists.
In the present moment, what happens past may, why you will always get misery. Okay, if you, Priya, think right now, if you are sitting alone, okay, and the past may only negatives come to our brain, they pop up. So past may, if you go, it will all be negative. Okay, my experience of my clients. So they will give you depression. The past will give you depression. The future will give you worry and fear because it is so uncertain.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Uncertain. Okay? So we have to the person has to make a balance. Take the best out of the past and focus on the present to make the probability of the future better. Okay. If I'm happy today and if I work hard, for example, I give my best, my probability of my passing the exam increases. Okay. Even if I get less marks, certain things are not in her hand. But at least in the present, you gave your best. Okay. You will, when you look back, you will say, I gave my best. I need not worry. Okay. You are free. So,
yes, that's the
focus
freedom,
on the, so focus on your present. Present is very valuable, which will affect your future. Past to ho gaya, I cannot do anything about the past.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Please go ahead. So talking about the present, so at present we are having this corona situation, pandemic is there. So what do you suggest for the people who have maybe lost their jobs or facing problems, having anxiety issues, that sitting at home? Like even I wasn't used to sit at home. So now we have to sit at home, we have to take online classes and we cannot go out. So how to take care of our emotional balance at this moment?
At this moment, I will say do whatever is best you are equipped with. Matlab, use your resources. It could be mental, physical, financial, social. Feeling lonely, I think you can, we have this very beautiful platform or video calling and all. You can talk to them. You can engage. You can have very good personal relationships with your family members. This could be a moment to get together and enjoy your relationships and improve your bonds. I feel that. Okay. And many of them I know have started doing some kind of hobbies, creativity, joining, exercising, taking care of themselves. Some people wanted to do gardening. They have started gardening. Some said, I've left painting for so long. So she started oil painting. And some of them who were very good in their, creative writing, they said, कि हमने अपना blog start कर लिया. I'm helping others. The most important thing is don't be in that self-pity mode. Hi, mera kya hoga? You know, that eats you, that sucks your energy. Self-pity mode mein mat jao. See what you have. And very important, if you need financial help or you need any kind of help, psychological help, emotional help, seek it, ask it, because people are willing to help you.
Very valuable advices. I'm sure that the audience will have a lot of help from this advice. So Aarti, so you're a specialist in CBT, which is cognitive behavior therapy. So please tell us something about it, like what it is and how we can use it to make our life better.
Cognitive behavior therapy is basically our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors are interconnected. How I feel or my emotions will impact my thoughts and my behavior. If my thoughts are negative, my emotions will be impacted, and those thoughts will impact my behavior. I'm feeling sad. Okay, I'm feeling sad without any reason. In depression, it happens. The thought will be, I'm useless. Okay, I cannot, I'm a useless person. This is an automatic negative thought. Then the behavior will be, I'll do nothing. I'll just sit and I will do nothing. So your sad emotion you're leading to negative thought, I'm useless, and
Yes.
behavior, giving up, not doing anything.
Right.
All these three are related to one another. So cognitive behavior therapy basically is to be becoming aware of our emotions and thoughts so that we can find out our maladaptive thoughts and change it to make it more functional.
From that only, like you talked about depression. So when a person is depressed, that at that point of time, the person actually doesn't feel like doing anything. Because I've gone through that phase. I was also, at a point of time very fat, 85 kgs, and I went into depression because I got 80 marks in 80s rather than 90s. So this is the first time I am sharing it with the audience. So I went into depression. I was in class 10th, 11th. I came to 11th, and I did not know what is depression. I did not know that I was going through it. And at that point of time, you don't feel like doing anything. You feel that कर भी लूंगी तो शायद नहीं हो पाएगा. So we lose trust in ourselves. So how to deal with that situation, especially when one is depressed, because that at that point of time, the person doesn't feel like doing anything.
Very true. At that time, I tell my clients that doing some acting, matlab ki doing some kind of work, doing what you don't want to do it. For example, during depression, when you are in depressed state, you will not socialize. That is,
Right.
you all have, you will be sitting in a cocoon, okay? You'll be inside your house, not socializing.
Absolutely.
Now, in all my clients, mostly, I tell them, start talking to your best friend, or give a call to a guy or a friend who makes you laugh, okay? And that will change your mood. Because not doing anything, you are in that vicious cycle.
Yes,
you have
absolutely.
To cut it.
I can understand. Yes.
You have to cut it. Okay. So if you go out with a friend and you will talk normally, and I tell them, don't talk about your depression, talk about everything else.
Something
because
else.
You have already talked to many people, your therapist or your parents.
Yes.
Talk about something different. And all of them say that for those 4 to 5 hours, they never knew what depression was. For 5 hours, they felt better.
Absolutely rightly said, Aarti. So I believe that it is all about actually breaking that vicious circle which you talked about, because till the time you don't break it, you keep sitting in the bed or in the couch and you keep eating junk food, or I kept gaining weight. And I think that is a lot of people face this issue, that they go into depression, they gain weight. Right?
Yes, they will. They will, because you're eating negative thoughts, and what the many anxiety, by eating, you feel better after eating food.
Yes.
Your anxiety lowers down.
Yes.
And your depression also comes down. But after that, there will be guilt.
Guilt. Yes.
There will
absolutely.
be guilt.
Absolutely.
Big time guilt
I can totally
happens,
relate.
man.
Yes. So it's a temporary happiness which we extract out of food, right?
Very true. Very true.
Right. So Aarti, for the people, or for especially the children or the teenagers who commit suicide, okay, and who are in the depressed state of mind, please give away something which is very valuable. If they're listening to it, they will try and not take that step, because recently I just got to know that one of my colleagues had committed suicide very young, in her 20s. And I was shocked to hear that news. And the only message she left, and she left a video message where she talked about that she's not happy. She tried a lot. Maybe I don't know the reason behind it, the exact reason, but this is the message which she left. And I'm sure that the parents must be devastated. And a lot of such cases happen where children just stop thinking about their parents, or any person stop thinking about their family. What will happen to them? How will they react? How will they respond once the person has taken such a step? So please give something valuable so that the people who are listening to this interview right now, at least they don't go and take that step of their life?
First of all, I tell all my clients, it's very, very easy to kill yourself. Okay, it is an easy step. Second, if you don't die, then it is the most difficult thing. Why? Because you may be paralyzed, you may have other problems. There could be many other physical problems or
while attempting the suicide, right?
While attempting suicide, there is nothing as worst in your life. You can move forward and make a difference in other people's life also by overcoming this negativity. If in any time you feel that my life is I want to die because I didn't get this or I didn't get this, just think that if you didn't get this thing, is it worth dying for a person, a thing, or an event? Because those things are the ones which will help you to gain your inner strength. You will understand your own talents. But if you die, you will never come to know your own inner strength, your talents. And I always tell my clients that please don't get worked up if something doesn't work. There is a mile to go forward, and maybe a star is waiting for you, a moon is waiting for you, maybe a sun is waiting for you. In the sense, your destination, I'm talking.
Right.
So give it a try. Give it a try. And many of them will say कि नहीं, हमारे parents को नहीं फर्क पड़ता. If they die, eventually they will lead a life. What I tell them is, even if you say nahi farak padta, okay, then also there is no reason to die, because you need to see your future, कि कैसा तुम्हारा future है. You have just cut your future, you have just cut your present. You need to see how much strength you have, and also you have to find out where did you reach your goal. You've not met your goal. So if you come out of it, you can help millions of people through your experience, or you can start your own NGO. I give them what they can, because what happens, hopelessness means you are not contributing anything in anybody's life, or you're not, you don't have you have no meaning in life. So I give them, you can find meaning in your life through helping others, through helping yourself, so that others can see that, okay, yeah, if he can come out of such a big thing, I can also, and you can help. So
So basically living with a mission is the solution, and then talking to yourself. And I believe, I believe that it is like, in the end, everyone has to die. So, well, this is what I tell myself, that in the end, everyone has to die. Why not experience life before that?
Exactly.
Why not, use my phone before that? Why not dress up before that? Why not have an ice cream before that? In the end, everyone has to go through that. So, marne se pehle jiya jaye. And this is what I told myself when my mother left.
अपने आप को positive रखो. I'll say in the end, create happiness and show gratitude for whatever you have had, and move on with all the resources you have in life, and be happy and give happiness to others. Be warm, be kind, talk very nicely, and be humble. You can achieve anything, I think so.
Right, absolutely, Aarti, and I would surely second that. And this has been such an amazing interview for me personally as well. I'm sure कि जितने भी ये लोग सुन रहे होंगे उनको बहुत ज़्यादा इससे help होगी. The techniques which you've shared, your experiences first of all, because आप इसी field में हैं, आप psychologist हैं, and आप इतने लोगों की help करते हैं, and I'm sure that a lot of people will get a lot of help from this interview. And your positive vibes also are being spread through this video, and I can sense them already because you have them, right? And thank you so much for being there on the Priya Saini show and on my channel, and thank you for your time, Dr. Aarti.
Thank you so much, Priya, for giving me this opportunity to talk to you, and it was great interacting with you. In fact, मुझे लग ही नहीं रहा था कि I was being interviewed. It was like talking to a friend. Thank you so much, Priya.
Absolutely.
So guys, this was Dr. Aarti Anand sharing her valuable experience and insights and how she treats her own clients and how they react to the ways she provides to them and the solutions she gives to them. I hope that these solutions will work for you as well, and I'm sure that this is going to bring a change in your life if you apply them. If you found value in the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more such content. There'll be a lot of episodes in the series of empowerment and mental well-being coming super soon. And do comment below with your suggestions to me and for me. Till then, take care. Bye-bye. This is Priya Saini, your mind and style coach.